Hello, my starfish friends. So, let's see what's going on with you. So, the starfish is your significator, and it is, of course, a water element creature. So, you may be a water element astrological sign. You may be primarily a water element constitution type, which that if you know anything about what is the word? Well, if you know anything about Chinese medicine or traditional Indian medicine, I can't remember the name for it right now. Anyway, if you are into those two systems of medicine, then you may know that you are a water element, constitutionally speaking. Okay, but starfish. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with a starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? And not just that. It's from the cards that are here just so far, it seems that you are very concerned about what other people think. And you may have lost touch with not so much your deeper calling as your true self, as a strong sense of self. If you have a strong sense of self, then you know that what other people say doesn't change who you are. So it doesn't affect you as much, and that gives you more freedom, more strength, more resilience. So that may be an issue for you. Not necessarily, but possibly. So when in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossips, feels empty, and to bring into balance, positive friends. So I do hope you have positive friends around you. All right, now the round cards, the tea leaf cards, we have younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man, and parrot. Someone will gossip all of your secrets. Like I said, gossip, other people's opinions are very important to this collective. All right, next we have October. And we have October and April. So these 2 months may be particularly important to you. Maybe they are, you could have your birthdays in one of these months, or some other significant event or events have happened in these months for you or will be happening. I find myself that there are a couple of months of the year where things tend to get a little crazy, year after year. It's not always the case, but frequently. And, once you sit down and see the pattern, you can help prepare yourself for that. And then we have arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, so that's wonderful. It also says you will receive a gift. Again, this is to help you know if this is your reading. So these things shouldn't be out of the blue for you. They should have some meaning for you, make some sort of sense to you. All right. And since we have what is your main concern right now? I'm using the Crow Tarot here. So right off the bat, we have the Three of Cups. That's interesting. Some people say that's about soul connections. Oh, now we have the Two of Swords. I usually see it as it can be friendships, socializing, getting together, having a good time, communicating. good communication. You have the Two of Swords next to it, which is in reverse, so that is most likely stagnation breaking up. So that's a good thing. And the Page of Wands. So perhaps either that is an aspect of your personality that you are working on right now, or there is someone in your life, someone significant, who would be described as a Page of Wands. So pages can be children, honestly, because they are the youngest of the court cards. They can also be initiates. So they're people who are just beginning to learn something, beginning the lessons of each suit, their respective suit. Page of Wands, of course, the Wands is all about inspiration and creativity. I see Wands as having a close connection to intuition. Their inspiration is, divine inspiration. That's how I see it. Okay, so they are imaginative. So creative, imaginative, a little bit wild, lots of enthusiasm. Trying new things. Definitely a real youthful spark kind of thing. They may have lots and lots of ideas floating through their heads. They may not be great on following through on them, however. This is a page, not someone... This is a restless page, a very restless page. They may even have something like ADD or ADHD. Okay. Well, I can see where someone like that is not stuck in stagnation. Or perhaps because there's been a release of stagnation, that's where all this inspiration is coming from. Next we have, oh dear, Five of Swords. So, this is, oh, this is interesting. Five of Swords is generally about self-sabotage, which if you're always listening to other people's opinions and worrying about what other people think, that's definitely self-sabotage. But we have it next to the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is itself underneath the Two of Swords in reverse. So it looks like you're making some real changes in that regard. You felt really kind of beat up by all this gossip nonsense, I think. By all this worrying about what other people think, letting it limit what you do, what you think, what you speak. Just your whole life has been limited by this concern for what others are saying or thinking about you. And you're recognizing that. And it doesn't feel good. And you want out. Quite simply. However, you're feeling quite stuck in some aspect, in some way. You feel you want to leave, you want to get out, but you have the Chariot in reverse, so you're not moving anywhere. Change. I think there's a strong desire for change, changing yourself. At least I hope you understand that. This concern for what other people think, this is a mental thing. This is a mental prison that you can free yourself from at any time. Once you free yourself from the mental prison, that's when you'll begin to see changes happen in your external world. The changes in your external world are not going to happen until you change your internal world. So, a lot of people expect change to come from the outside, but most of the time it doesn't. Change comes from the inside. It's very rare that it comes from the outside. All right. The fact that you seem to be welcoming change is very good. Let's see what the message the universe has for you today. Oh, that's interesting. Oh dear. Okay, so we have this magnet. This longing, desire, again, where you have been this person who is overly influenced, frankly, by what others think. This is not surprising. It's still manifesting in your life in some fashion. While this may be in regard to a particular person or situation, I mean, you know, it could be work. Or it could just be your family. The bouquet suggests it is a romantic or intimate connection. However, there has been a lot of betrayal. A lot of betrayal. Considering the amount of gossip that has shown up, there's probably been some real backstabbing, gossiping kind of stuff going on. There may have been cheating as well. But betrayal in all forms. Lots of toxicity, silent treatment, seduction. And of course, it is all proven to be counterproductive. It has driven away whatever it is that you want in life more than it has attracted it. So this, did you get the Four of Cups? No, you had the Three of Cups. Okay. What is this gift that you're going to be receiving? Huh. I would not think of a ball and chain as a gift. However, sometimes being restricted in one's movements causes you to have to free your mind. Which may be happening here. Unfortunately, we also have addictions, codependency. So you're going to have to free yourself from your restrictions, whether they are addictions, codependency, a difficult relationship. I don't know what it is, but you're going to have to free yourself from that, and it is going to challenge the traditions, the status quo of your life. Oh, that's interesting. What is that about? Somebody knows what's going on. What is this quest? Well, relocation. Relocation can be a really good idea if you're dealing with addictions. If it's... Oh. All right. You have soulmate, twin flame. I would go with soul connections. I don't believe in twin flame as it's typically defined because we are all whole. We have always been whole. We just forgot it for a time. And remembering it can be difficult and painful and take forever. It's not an easy process to remember our wholeness. But in any case, there is a deep soul connection in your life, and it is challenging the status quo, which there's a lot of challenging the status quo going on. I mean, it's practically the theme of this reading.